Hey guys, how are you all doing? This is my movie review for Frozen, and right off the bat, let me tell you, I was disappointed by this movie. Definitely didn't meet my expectations, and I kind of thought, it wasn't a terrible movie. You know, it was good enough to get through a few enjoyable parts, but for the most part, I thought this movie sucked. And this is my original opinion. I've seen only really positive reviews for this movie, and I am a fan of animated Disney movies. I own almost all of the ones that are out on Blu-ray. I own those. I was really looking forward to this movie. It came out on Thanksgiving Day, and I saw it about a week later. I was really looking forward to it, and then in the theater, there were just several moments throughout the movie where I was just rolling my eyes, and I really thought, a lot of parts of this movie were just dumb. But let's just get into the movie review, and I'll explain myself. So to start off, the story, the basic plot, I thought was just really uninteresting and dumb. It's a family drama. The whole plot is centered around this conflict, this relationship between these two sisters. One being the girl with the snow powers, and it's the other one who doesn't. And I'm not going to give away anything here. I'll talk about spoilers near the end. I'll get into those, but just to keep it real simple, that's what the basic plot is. It's centered around this relationship between these two sisters, and I just didn't like that. It feels just silly to me. It was the same deal with Brave. It's just a family drama, and I want to see, the protagonists in these Disney movies. I want to see them do, important things. I want to see them fight evil. Do go on an epic adventure. But when the whole movie is just centered around this two sisters basically fighting, who have a bad relationship, I can't get into that. And like I said, I thought it was the same thing with Brave. It really reminded me of that. And I'll explain this more, what I think they should have done with the plot in the spoiler section. But yeah, I just didn't like the plot. Another thing, there was way too much singing in this movie, way too many songs, and some of them worked really well, especially Let It Go. I really enjoyed that song, and while watching the movie, I really got into it during those moments. Definitely some really good songs here, but it was all the in-between stuff, where there was just basic dialogue and the characters would break out into song. This got really annoying for me. It made me feel like I was watching a musical. And the animation, I'm sure a lot of people love it. I'm a fan of hand-drawn animation. I really think Disney needs to go back to that. Not completely. I think they should, make both computer animated movies and hand-drawn. But this new look, it's losing a lot of it's losing a lot of style and a lot of life in the animation, if that makes sense. It looks too computerized. The characters look fake. Early in the movie, there was a scene when during one of the scenes when the girls were really little in their room. I just remember watching it, and their cheeks, their faces are so chunky, and they look like these big play dolls, and just really bothered me. I don't like this new style of computer animation. I didn't like it. I know a lot of people love it. They thought it looked really good. I really couldn't get into it. I just think the characters are starting to look more fake. I know they're trying to make them look more real, but I can't really get into it. Really, their faces just look puffed up, and I don't like it. There were some scenes in the movie where the Snow Queen started to use her powers, and she makes her ice sculptures and things, and those scenes looked really good, but those scenes were really rare and short-lived. And I've heard, this is something I've heard in several other reviews, that people liked that this movie kind of switched up the theme of true love, that the male hero, they kind of broke away from, you know, the classic theme of the male hero always coming to save the day, and they show that through true love. And without spoiling it again, I'll just say that I wish, you know, they would have just gone with the old classic formula. What they did here, I just thought it wasn't, you know, as climactic as I thought it could have been. And yeah, again, the way they did it, it was really centered around the two sisters, and just made it feel all the more like you know, a movie about a family drama, and I just didn't enjoy that really. And also something I wanted to mention, the male character. You know, there's a male character introduced in this movie, and you know, as soon as he's introduced, you can kind of tell, you know, what he's there for. He's just there as kind of that, you know, for the romantic element to the story, but his character was totally uninteresting in the movie. I, you know, never cared about him. His character had no important story, totally uninteresting, really just forgettable, and I really didn't care about him. You know, I think they really could have given his character a better story, you know, a reason to care about him, but they just kind of threw him in there, you know, just to, you know, go play along with the girl, and really had no personality. At least that's how I saw it. Another thing, the snowman in here, which a lot of people, again, loved. I didn't. He was cute and everything, and you know, as a marketing thing, you know, you saw this snowman everywhere, you know, in all of the trailers and everything for this movie. They even did a little short skit with him, but I just thought he was annoying, not very funny. He looked cute, you know, kind of a nice little touch, but really just, you know, everything he said and his whole presence just made it feel like, to me, that they were really marketing this to little kids. Yeah, it just felt really silly and dumb. I didn't, you know, really care for him too much. Olaf was his name in the movie, the snowman. But anyway, those are all my complaints about this movie. Again, you know, not terrible, not the worst thing in the world, not a disaster. I just thought it didn't, you know, meet my expectations. I thought it was disappointing. It definitely didn't feel like a, you know, a classic Disney film to me, which I've heard some other people say that it, you know, reminded them of a classic Disney film, and I didn't get that feeling at all. But I would give this movie a C, maybe a C plus. I'll just say a C, just average, just, you know, good enough to get through it. Not a complete disaster, but definitely a lot of problems. Some people may think I'm critiquing this too hard. You know, it is an animated movie, and I know sometimes, you know, people, you know, they don't really like to critique animated movies too hard. They're directed towards kids, you know, they're just meant to kind of have a good time. But, you know, I take these movies as serious as any other movies. And I am a Disney fan. I want to see them done really well. I want them, you know, to be really meaningful to me. I just couldn't get into this movie. I'm just giving it a C. I thought it was very mediocre. So those are my that's my review for Frozen, and now I'll get into the spoiler sections, or the spoiler talk. What I have to say about more specific things in the movie. What I think they should have done with the plot is, you know, instead of just making the Snow Queen, you know, run off and, you know, all she could say for basically the whole movie was, I can't go back home. I can't be with my sister because I'm afraid I'll hurt her. You know, and that was it. It just felt really silly to me. Again, just too kind of felt like a family drama. What they should have done was just make her evil. And when she ran away and you know, gave in to her dark side kind of and started really embracing her powers, they should have just made her turn into some kind of evil person, an evil queen, you know, who's doing bad things, and you know, that would have made more sense with you know, the endless winter and all the trouble she caused. And then, you know, that could have made a much more interesting conflict between her and the sister. You know, with the sister, she would then have to, you know, battle her sister who she loves, but she also recognizes she's evil. But, you know, the way they did it, you know, I really didn't care what happened in this movie, because you know that in the end they were just gonna, you know, find a way to get along somehow, and there was really no serious problem. It was just the sister, you know, dealing with her emotions. And the male character, Sven, I think was his name, like I said, very uninteresting. Just from the moment he came on the screen, he didn't do anything that really, I don't know, that stuck with me. I thought he had no personality, he didn't add anything to the movie. You know, he's just basically there the whole time, and then at the end he came storming back to save the girl, and he didn't even end up saving the girl. That's why I said that I wish they would have just stuck with the classic formula. It would have fit better that if he had just you know, been the one to kiss the sister and you know, restore happiness and all that. But you know, instead they just you know, I can't exactly remember what happened, but I think you know, the sister jumped in front of the ice and she got frozen. But yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like the male character. And then, like, at the end, towards the end of the movie, they threw in this, the guy that the sister was supposed to marry, and, you know, he turned out to be a bad person. And, I don't know, it seemed like they were just trying to save the plot, you know, give you some other villain to care about, because you really couldn't, you know, hate the sister too much, the Snow Queen too much. And I wish they would have done that earlier, so we would have had, you know, real villain to root against. But and just throwing him in there at the end, you couldn't really, you know, get behind him get behind, you know, that aspect of the story at that point. You know, just felt kind of tossed in there, and yeah. Well, I think I've gone on long enough. Those are all my complaints about the movie Frozen. I will still be buying this movie. I don't know what that says about me, but I just want to give my original opinion and thoughts on this movie. I know a lot of people loved it, but I think everyone should be encouraged to really, you know, be honest with what they thought about any movie they see. And I just didn't like this movie. I thought it was just average and disappointing. So again, I'd give the movie a C. That's my movie review for Frozen. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this review. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you hate me. You think I'm stupid. That's fine. And for anyone who, you know, loved this movie or thought it was good, that's great. I'm not trying to argue with you or offend you, but this is what I thought of the movie, and everybody, you know, likes, you know, whatever everyone likes their own movies and has their different thoughts, and this is just what I thought about. This is my original opinion. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye.